So if you're looking for a quick, easy way to make comics, comics are great for supporting all sorts of instruction that you do in your class. The one website I like is makebeliefscomics.com. If you're looking for something maybe a little more robust, something where students might be logging in and working on a comic strip over several days, then you might want to look at a site called Toondoo, TOONDOO.com. But Make Beliefs Comics still most of the time when we're looking for comics, especially if the students have kind of planned out what they're doing in advance a little bit. I will give you a little bit of a caveat here. It does not come with a ton of options. Toondoo has a lot more options. Make Beliefs gives you a couple of backgrounds, couple of characters, couple of objects, and speech bubbles, and then it's pretty much do it, create it, and either print it, save it as an image, or email it right away. You have no option as far as saving. But one thing I do like about Make Belief's Comics site is there are a lot of resources here on the top. As far as if you go underneath the teachers button, you'll see lesson plans, you'll see writing tools, you'll see all sorts of options for different languages, basically keyboard shortcuts for how to type in different languages. You'll also see options up here for how to use this with ESL students and also our special needs population. So good place to go for some ideas if you're looking to get started with comics in your class. Let's talk about how to make a comic in Make Beliefs. On the very bottom, if you click Create Your Comics, it will direct you to the next page. Now you'll see you have 3 blank panels. You can have up to 9 panels in Make Beliefs. The plus and the minus will add or subtract panels. You will want to name your comic. So obviously your comic title will go here. Your author name will go here. Let's do that. Right? And then on the very bottom, you have your characters, your balloons, your objects, your words, and your backgrounds. So let's get started by dropping in a background. I'm going to choose this one. And then for the second panel, notice I'm clicking on the panel first. I want the same background. And for the third panel, I want to do that background. Perfect. All right, now I'm going back to my first panel, and I'm going to add characters. So I'll go to my characters button. You'll see these are my characters. I can scroll through these. I'm going to go ahead and add this person. Now, when you choose characters, they'll typically give you 4 different poses. So I'm going to add her right there. You can talk a little bit about perspective with students if you want. She might be a little big here for this. So underneath, I always have basically a little menu that gives me tools for what to do with anything I drop in. So if I want to move her, I can move her. If I want to scale her, I can need to click on what I want to do first, then click the object. So now I can scale her. And if I need to do one of the other options, bring her to the front, flip her, I can click that first and then flip. So I'm going to flip her, move her, and she's standing maybe right there. Perfect. All right, now I'm going to click my back button, and I'm back over here with my characters, balloons, objects, words, and backgrounds again. So I can add in my balloons now for text. You'll see you don't have a ton of options. One thing you do want to talk to your students about is the difference between the broken and the unbroken arrows in text bubbles. Usually the broken mean that that's just a thought the person is having to themselves. The unbroken, like this, means that they would be talking, out loud. So let's go ahead and I'll add this one. And I'm going to move that up so it's more where I need it. And all I have to do is click here and start typing. This looks a little over time. All right. Then I can come back and I can add a second character and so forth. So you get the idea of how that works. Last thing you'll want to do with your students, obviously, is since they don't have really the option of saving this and coming back to it, they will click on the print or email feature, and they'll get a couple of different options here. One is just to review and go back and edit. The second one is they would print this out, which normally we don't really do. Saving the image to the disk will give them an image file, and then email. They can go ahead and email that to themselves and to one other person. If they are within the district and they are middle school or elementary, emailing to themselves most likely will be blocked because it will see the email coming from an outside of Stafford County source, but they should be able to email that. What we tend to do most often is save the image to the disk, and then they can put that right into Google Classroom or right into their Google Drive. So that's Make Beliefs Comics. Give it a shot. And I think you'll find there's a lot of useful stuff you can do with that.